Do you know the average recreational kayak can weigh around 35 pounds, but those fishing kayaks, fully loaded, could weigh 150 pounds plus? Well, not every cart is rated to carry that load, and not every cart is designed to be an all-terrain cart. So I'm gonna give you 6 questions to ask yourself before buying a fishing kayak cart. Let's go! Hey guys, Daren Wendell here, and I've been fishing for over 30 years, specializing in kayak fishing since 2018. This channel exists to help you level up your kayak angling skills, and I'd love for you to be part of that community. Hit the sub and you're in. All right, so question number 1 is what style of cart and what weight capacity do you need for your fishing kayak? And essentially, there's 4 types of carts. You have your cradle cart, your double rail cart, your end cart, and your scupper hole cart. Most of the kayak cart options for fishing kayaks, being that they're so heavy, are going to be your cradle, your double rail, and your scupper, leaving the end cart usually not a viable option, being that these typically have lower weight capacities. Let me walk you through each one. First, you got your cradle cart. Some of these are made out of metal, but a lot of them are made out of plastic, and they're not inexpensive either. A lot of these can range around $100 for a plastic kayak cart. This is why a lot of people end up doing it DIY. And the weight capacities, for that reason, typically are lower, around 125 to 150 pounds. Next, you have the double rail carts. This guy is a beast. This was the Kona cart from Blue Dot Outfitters, and I've never seen one of these not made out of metal. And because of that, the weight capacities on these guys are around 450 pounds, more than enough to be pulling your 150, even 250 pound fully loaded fishing kayak wherever you need to go. All right, next you have your end cart. I'm not personally a fan of these. Essentially, they have a weight capacity of around 150 pounds, and what you do is kind of slip the end of your kayak in it, using the pressure of the kayak's weight to hold it in place, and then you go. I don't like these for fishing kayaks. I think they make a whole lot more sense for recreational kayaks, but I'll let you make that decision. And lastly, we have our scupper hole carts. We'll have a weight capacity of around 150 pounds, usually. A word of caution here, however, and there are a ton of videos on how to create scupper hole carts all over YouTube. But here's a word of caution. Unless your fishing kayak manufacturer specifically makes scupper hole carts for their kayak, I know that Hobie is one of those, that means that it's actually designed and engineered to withstand that pressure within the scupper hole. A lot of times, and most kayaks are not designed to do that. And what you end up doing is whenever you're pulling your kayak up out of the water or pulling it up over a log, you're creating a lot of tension and torsion on the inside of that scupper hole. And what you're gonna end up doing is getting yourself a crack, and you're gonna start leaking, and it's gonna be extremely frustrating. I just got done doing a video on how to fix a crack in a polyethylene kayak, and it was a pain in the butt, and it was way out in the open. I can only imagine how difficult that would be to repair when it's inside of a 3-inch hole, 3 inches down. So do yourself a favor, find a different option for transporting your cart if it's not designed to have a scupper hole cart. All right, now that we covered the style and weight capacity, let's go into the third question: is what type of a terrain are you going to be moving your kayak over? Are you a salt life guy and you need to travel over sand? Are you generally just pulling your kayak up out of the water and moving it across either grass or a parking lot? Or are you adventure fishing and you're dragging this thing through the woods, over roots, over logs, and through the forest? Because your answer here is going to inform what type of tires you need for your kayak cart. For sand, you're going to want those inflatable tires. For your rocks, for your roots, for your adventure fishing, a lot of times the larger the tire diameter is going to help you out, and also you may want to look into pneumatic tires. If you're worried about potentially getting a flat on those pneumatic tires, this may be a good option for you too. These are very large diameter tires. It's going to go up over your cracks, your roots, your rocks, and you're never going to get a flat. And if you're like most people, you're literally just pulling your kayak to and from the water, from a parking lot, going over the grass, and just some moderate terrain. And a lot of times this type of plastic wheel, no flat, rubber, or kind of hybrid tire is going to be perfect for you. Also pay attention to the tire diameter. Obviously, the more adventurous you get, the larger diameter you're going to want. All right, the fourth question I have for you is, do you need your kayak cart to be adjustable? Now, if you have a flat bottom hull like you see here, then one of those cradle carts may be perfect for you. However, if you have a pontoon style hull, then you might need adjustable bunker bars in order to fit your specific kayak, ensuring that it doesn't slip off as you come to and from the water. All right, for the Kona cart, the adjustment's really easy. You just unscrew or screw, turn it over. You can adjust the bunker bars to fit with your specific hull design. All right, question number 5, and usually this one's an afterthought, but once you actually get your kayak to the water, does your kayak cart need to be broken down Or do you need to do something super inconvenient, which is run this thing all the way back to your car, lock it up? I don't know about you, but I fish in some sketchy places sometimes, and the last thing I want to do is leave my kayak and all of its gear out to the open while I don't have my eyes on it. Now, some of these will break down, which will be super convenient because they just kind of fit right into the hatch of your kayak, especially for some of you who travel a pretty far distance to get to your body of water. The Kona cart is one of those that break down. Let me show you, and let me show you how it fits into my kayak hatch, and they provide you with a mesh bag, making this super easy for you. Here's a mesh bag, which I'm actually not going to use because it's a lot easier for me just to put my bunker arms in. Tire number 1, tire number 2, and the other 3 bars. And I'm off to fishing. And question number 6 that you should pay attention to is the materials that it is made of. So if you fish salt water, then you're probably not gonna want a kayak cart that's made out of steel. Even in freshwater, it's gonna break down over time. So if you want something that's going to pass the test of time, you're gonna be looking at those aluminum bodies. You're gonna look for marine grade stainless steel screws, both of which are found on the Kona cart that I just demoed for you. So if you're interested in that specific cart, I'll put the link in the description below. Now, if you're just getting into kayak fishing, then I got the video for you, 9 beginner kayak fishing mistakes I made and you should avoid, right there.